only difference between a nice guy and a good guy is that a nice guy overextends himself with women. He does way more than she asks for because it's coming from a place of insecurity. And he thinks that if he does all of this stuff, she's gonna like him. What he doesn't realize is that the more he does for her, the less she'll desire him. Now, the good guy has boundaries. He doesn't overextend himself. He only does what's expected of him. And yeah, occasionally he'll get her flowers or do something kind or sweet, but he's not running around town being a simp. Women don't respect men who have to bend over backwards and alter their whole lives just to make a woman happy. They respect men who have their own full lives and are just making room for the woman in it. Don't be the nice guy. Be the good guy.
Hey, man. She's pretty much on point, man. She's pretty much on point. Don't be the simp. Don't be the nice guy, right? Stop doing too much for women too fast, right? A lot of times you guys meet a woman and you just because you find her highly attractive, you want to give her the world in one day. It's like, man, let her earn it, right? Let her show you that she's actually interested in you. Schedule a few dates. See if she shows up, right? See if she's about what you're about. See if she follows your instructions. See if she trusts your leadership. These are things that we need to see from a woman before we can just jump and give her the world. These are things that we need to understand about her intention before we can give her our value as men. You understand? So look, guys, you know, I know all the time you see all over the internet, they say that women are the prize and so on and so forth. But think about this. If a guy is single, he's eligible, right? Sometimes if a guy is single, he has more value, right? But who has more value in society? A single woman or a woman who's spoken for? And when I say a woman who's spoken for, I mean a woman who is someone's girlfriend or wife or whatever, right? Think about that. In society, when a man is single, a lot of times he's considered an eligible bachelor or he's considered eligible, right? When a woman is single, there's pretty much no value. And let's not even get into her being single with kids. That's a whole nother conversation, right? And I'm not bashing single mothers and anything like that, but let's look at society realistically, right? A woman who is single has less value than a woman who is spoken for, right? So as men, we have to understand the type of value that we hold and how we can change a woman's life. We can change her status. We can change how she's seen in society just by giving her the title of girlfriend. Now, this is exactly why we have to vet a woman before we give her the title of girlfriend. We have to see what she's willing to bring to our lives as men before we can give her that title, right? So we can't just be the nice guy and give them everything they want just like that. She has to earn it. She has to show us that she's actually interested. She has to show us that she is willing to match our consistency in getting to know each other and into growing this relationship. She has to show us that she prioritizes what it is we are building as far as a relationship. And whatever that relationship is, it could be a F-buddy relationship. She could be in the vetting process. You could be trying to make her your girl or whatever it is, but she has to match our consistency based on our instructions before we can just jump and give her everything. A lot of guys love to, like I say, bend over backwards just because they think a woman is good looking. A woman has no intrinsic value by being good looking. You understand? Now, if I'm a photographer and I meet a woman and she's good looking, she has value to me because I could probably take some pictures of her and we can, sell some photos because she's pretty. But as far as me being a man and getting into a relationship, a woman has no value just by being beautiful. You understand? A woman's value comes from her personality. A woman's value comes from how she prioritizes the relationship and the man that she's trying to grow with. You understand? That's where a woman values actually lie, not in her outward beauty, but in her consistency and her inner beauty, her personality, and how she views herself in reference to how she views us as the man. You understand? These are the things that are important. Another thing with nice guys is that nice guys, the reason why they want to be so nice is because they want the woman to like them. See, a lot of times nice guys get called creepy. And the main reason why women call nice guys creepy is because the nice guy is trying to be nice in order to low-key force the woman into liking him back. And the reason why that's creepy and sometimes scary is because when the woman sees that the nice guy is doing all these things to make her like him, she starts to realize that there's a possibility of danger if his head isn't screwed on tight, right? She starts to say to herself, man, he's doing all this stuff to try to make me like him. What if I have to tell him the truth that I don't like him? Is he gonna flip out? Is he gonna get angry? Is he gonna try to do something to me? That's what the woman is thinking. And we have to be careful with how we operate as men, especially when there is a serious dynamic between the good guy and the nice guy, right? Or a man who is a good man with a strong masculine identity, or the nice guy who's just trying to be nice to get validation or to get people to like him or to get a woman to like him, bending over backwards, simping, spending money, doing a lot of things that he shouldn't be doing too fast, right? Like, buying her expensive dinners, buying her flowers, and doing a whole bunch of nonsense that he really shouldn't be doing so early, right? You got to give stuff time to breathe. You got to let a woman miss you. You got to give her time to earn the time that she spends with you through her consistency based on your instruction. This is how it works, guys. So we have to be careful with being too nice and doing too much too fast and simping, right? Be a good man with a strong masculine identity, meaning that you are focused on what you want. You are focused on giving the woman instruction. You are focused on being consistent and then watching if that woman matches your consistency, right? If she continues to match your consistency, then she is following your lead. She's showing you that she's interested in building a life with you, or at least building a consistency with you. You understand? So like I said, it could be anything from a F buddy all the way to a wife. Either way, as long as she is showing consistency when you tell her, hey, let's meet up this Thursday. When are you free? Oh, I'm free Thursday. Okay, let's meet up this Thursday, 7 p.m. Come to my house, or I'll meet you here, whatever, or I'll pick you up from there, whatever. And she is showing her consistency in being there, showing up. Right? She's not late. She's not flaking. She's not trying to reschedule. She's not just telling you, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Right? She's showing up when you tell her to show up. Right? When you both agree on a time that y'all free, and then you make a plan and she shows up and she's doing that consistently, that is her showing you that she is ready and willing and interested in following your leadership. Another thing that she mentioned that I want to address is that she said that the good guy, meaning the guy with a strong masculine identity, does what is expected of him. Now, we have to be careful. And this is why I always have to give these explanations when I'm analyzing what these women say, is that there's always a small part of whatever it is they're saying that, because they're saying it from a female perspective, I have to address it. Right? Now, here's the thing. She says that a good man does what is expected of him. Okay, so we have to be careful with that, right? Because it is the man who sets the expectations for the consistencies of the relationship. Okay, so it's really a good man does what he expects of himself. He gives the woman instructions, and if she's really down for that man, she does what's expected of her based on what the man has for her to do, based on the consistency and the leadership that he's building, right? So we have to be careful that we don't just do what is expected of us, but we have a program that we design for ourselves as a good man with a strong masculine identity. A good man that has a strong masculine identity, he does what is expected of himself, okay? A man with a strong masculine identity does what is expected of himself because he has designed his lifestyle, right, to perfection. He has designed his schedule. He has done what he needs to do to make sure that all of the priorities that he set for his life is taken care of. And then after those priorities are taken care of, then he makes time to spend with the woman. So when a man does what is expected of him, he's doing what he expects of himself. Do you understand? Because remember the order, right? Is God, man, woman, children. Okay. So the only expectation that a man has to look to is the expectations of God and himself. And then what a woman has to look to is the expectations of the man and herself. You understand? Then the child has expectations of the mom and herself. You get what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that we keep things in perspective. A man is not doing what is expected of him based on what a woman says. A man is doing what's expected of him based on what he designs for his own life, based on his strong masculine identity. All right. So make sure we understand this, guys. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.